Peter, I got a ticket here for you. It says you've been going too fast, roughly around 95 web miles per hour.
Right.
It doesn't count if
I forgot.
It doesn't count if I'm up in the air.
We lost funding at the lab.
Sorry, and then just someone pokes him in the back. Hi, I'm from the Sky Police. We have here a ticket for.
You know what? Now I'm just thinking of that one recurring gag of the one space speed officer like always pulling over George in the Jetsons.
I hate to ask, but
Aw, poor guy.
do you have room at the shelter?
Every time.
Of course.
You know,
Okay.
I mean, considering his position of never having to use his life for nothing else other than putting the gas on the pedal, he's got it easy compared to the rest of us.
Yeah, again that Jetsons WWE crossover was the most the most oddly sensible of the batch of crossovers.
Yeah, I know, right? Because
Like, it made
they actually
sense.
took advantage of a weakness in the Jetsons' lore.
Right. And it made sense for it to be historically them. Like in the Flintstones made no sense. Surf's Up made no sense. In Jetsons they just outright said, yeah, we're going back to the time when these real people it makes sense for it to work, and I love the fact that one of them just became a dictator.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
Must have cracked
It's
the
like
container
World
just leaking.
Robot Wrestling Federation. They are silent.
It just happened.
Ha.
I need to get it back.
Okay, so
My spider bots are still just
we're going to be
prototypes.
using our spider
This
bots,
is a good time
and
to
we're going to go figure out
Its
who
sensors can follow the
stole
chemical
this
trail.
volatile
Better
rocket
than me
fuel.
You
swinging
know,
up
as
on
much
the
as I do,
freaks
as
out
I
and
should
drops
know
the
better, I
hydrogen,
actually
it'll
intend to
blow up half
watch
a
that
block.
movie.
Gotta find a
Which
The
one?
Jetsons.
Yeah, that'd be
Jetsons
interesting.
WWE.
where I can hang out and
It doesn't look bad. All right, let's use our
Actually,
spider bot.
Okay, little guy.
Spider-Bot,
This is the-
Spider-Bot.
Backing it up.
Again, this is just me. It's such a pet peeve of me that
Spider!
I feel like those two legs in the front should be touching the ground, shouldn't they? Like I just now imagine.
Are you sure those are legs?
I feel like those are legs.
Maybe
if
those
not,
are supposed
if
to be
not,
like the little pinchers in the front.
if not, I'm just imagining this kid like.
Actually, you know what? If I could just make like a joke, like I've heard some people complain about like the MCU version of Spider-Man, saying that like it
Yeah,
feels
like-
like oh boy.
What the hell did you do?
I dispersed a spooky, scary skeleton sound that's freaked everybody out. Okay, so it's supposed to be a sonic dispersal burst that just like it's the equivalent of like a high pitched noise that
Out of
just
my way, folks!
it's supposed to like urge them away, but instead it makes it look like they're like running for their lives. I feel like I'm doing something bad.
Well, wouldn't you
Go ahead.
when there's like a giant spider on the premises?
Yeah,
I'm
anyway,
surprised
back
more
to you,
people
Hype.
aren't just freaking out in terror at this thing.
Oh, especially when you see what else I can do with this thing. Anyway, back to you, Hype.
I was just saying, like, I know, like, a lot of people make the critique that, like, the MCU version of
Oh,
Spider...
shit.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just shooting him back. Oh gosh, he's down. Got him.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I think we killed him.
Oh.
Now we killed him.
I was like,
just need to return
jeez.
the fuel to the
Sorry.
station.
Okay, that's it. The mission's done. Okay, back to you, Hype.
Like, I've seen a few
never find a way
people
to
that,
make
like,
it cost
one of the
effective,
few
it'd be a big
complaints I see about, like, MCU Spider-Man, like, keep in mind, all of this was, like, pre-Far From Home, and I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know if it fixes it, but a lot of people say, like, the MCU version of Spider-Man feels like he relies a little bit too much on tech, considering that, you know, his suit is basically made by Stark, that, again, he just relies too much on tech, and yet we have the Insomniac Spider-Man, who pretty much has just as much tech, and yet no one bats an eye at it.
This is one station
Because they get to play the game, and I guess you could argue it's the fact that you get the choice whether or not
It's
you
one
wanna
of those
use all
cases
tech or
where
not.
it's much different to play it than it is to see it.
Yes. Alright, research station number next one.
Makes you
Gemini, what
realize,
is-
oh wow, I take back what I said. This is actually a lot of fun.
It's fun when I do it, not when freaking Tom Holland does it.
Yeah.
So this station monitors water pressure down to the individual building.
So
Structures
in
above
this
4
one, water
stories
towers
use
are
water
about to start
towers
going
augment the
kablooey, and
city
we need to
system.
fix them.
The idea is to identify
You know, it's a good thing. We can do these whenever the hell we want, and it's never well, nothing's affected, but still.
Right, like again, it's.
The water
I mean
towers
that's
connect
pretty much
the
how it is
city
in every
system
single
with
like game with
It's-
side
it's
quests.
like-
It's like,
it's
oh, don't
like-
worry.
It's like, oh my God, there's a meteor that's heading towards the Earth. Oh, I still got some time to go to the gold saucer though.
Whatever's causing this, it's lower.
It's not. I don't. Yeah, I totally agree. It's like, and trust me, consider it. But trust me, I'm trying to do as much of these as I can right now because if I try to do these later on in the story, it's gonna be a lot harder to justify why I'm even taking the time to do it.
Shouldn't have
Oh,
happened.
fuck.
Oops.
Better seal these fast before Jameson pins it on me.
Spoilers.
Why
He's
me?
going to. spoilers, he's going to pin it on us anyway. We're probably going to talk it over at some point, but at some point Jameson's going to be all like, I had eyewitness reports saying that before the water main started to explode, Spider-Man was seen fiddling with tampering with sensitive equipment that only trained plumbers should be working with. Spider-Man creates the problems he solves, and you're like,
at this point, I'm
yeah.
still wondering, like, do people still listen to JJ's crap?
No, there are plenty of people that... I think he does have his followers, but they make it clear that there are a lot of people that are like, no, you're full of it, Spidey's a hero.
So basically, he's just like, he's one of a very loud few.
yeah, that and, I mean, the problems, and again, spoilers of what things that could be happening later on in this game is, it starts to become harder to, like, denounce everything he's saying. Like, there is some truth to it. He's just... It just is such a shame he's so full of himself.
Right.
That
Yeah.
it kind of muddies up his intentions.
I mean, sure, at sometimes Wario may end up looking like the hero, but in reality, he's still a greedy
I'll
bastard.
go see if anything's blocking it.
Right. Like, he... Again,
That Wario is a menace to New York!
Again, still one of the greatest, like, endings in freaking Mario Land.
Sorry,
shit.
real quick. That Wario's a menace to New York. Make sure to take out your gas mask while outside the city.
Brock, I need photos of Wario!
I need photos of Wario. Buy official J. Jonah Jameson gas masks. There we go.
Oh.
How many other heroes fight crime and fix your shouts?
That is true.
Yeah, well, he's seriously...
Under pressure.
Pressure.
Can't deny Harry's station stopped the public
Any
utility
use.
meltdown.
But yeah, no, again, still an incredible ending to that game. Freaking Wario Land Shake It.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like he has
absolutely.
the money, but Syrup ends up stealing it all.
Well, not just that, but no, just before, like, when the one was like, I thank you so much for rescuing
Oh yeah, it's like
me
Wario
and
just
my
tosses her
life.
aside.
Huh?
Mine.
Like, no more. Does not give her any other chance for monologue. Just. Also, Aunt May offered that we can crash on her couch since we kind of still got kicked out of our apartment.
Oh, that's a relief.
care of myself.
We are now officially. Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense. We're officially homeless
Yeah.
again.
She knows
Who
we'll
just
bounce.
said-
Hey, she knows we'll bounce back from this eventually.
May's
Yeah.
recommendation really helped. People know that when she
Yeah.
says something.
Hope May's couch is comfortable.
Nuts. It's one of those modern couches.
Oh, that couch. For a minute, I thought you meant like the couch at our actual house. Oh, look
Nah,
at that.
nah. Part of me thinks maybe May just actually lives and works here. It's us.
Gosh, we look like such a nerd.
Dork.
I wonder if that's an actual like baby photo of Yuri Lowenthal.
Have you? I could see it.
And here we have.
So
Oh.
bad.
Oh, cool band.
I get. See, when it comes to stuff like this, I've always wondered if like the actor taking real photos, or if they have a painter like paint a likeness of a photo, or if it's just painting just freehand, like I don't know, like stuff like that.
I
like,
mean,
I'm
considering how far painters can go these days, like, I totally believe it was that.
that's fair.
Oh god, this couch is such a bastard to sleep on.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, hey, mate.
How long?
Aw.
How long have you been watching this?
Money.
Money.
More.
We were
There's-
just making the Wario jokes earlier.
There's two
You can and you will.
there's two kinds of
Aw.
people. There's two kinds of people. There's the Peter Parker who's like, I can't take this, and then there's the James and I who are like,
Next time.
money. we just
Actually-
run out of the office.
Actually, you know what? If I could just
You have to learn to
slightly
swallow
off
that
topic, but I guess I can ask you guys, since May's on
Yes,
screen,
yes.
who would you say of all, not counting this one, of all incarnations
Really?
of Aunt May that you've seen, which one would you say is your favorite?
I mean, I'm really liking this one so far.
Oh yeah, no, I think she's doing a great job.
Well, I meant like
Uh,
not counting this one.
Oh,
Oh, actually, hang on, real
The only
quick.
one. Oh,
Is everything okay?
It's some personal business I've been planning for a while.
Okay.
But please take care of this place.
Aw.
It represents the best part of me.
See, that's the thing. We'll talk about this later. I think Lee does care about Feast.
Of course.
I mean, there's a reason why he chose a homeless shelter to be his main job. But more on that later. But with Aunt May,
Hello?
I think that's just MJ. Yeah. Sorry. So with Aunt May, I like
Robbie
this
must be
one.
pretty happy right
There
now.
is something. There is just something so like warm and like comforting about the Aunt May in the original Raimi trilogy.
Oh yeah, Rosemary Harris.
Wait,
She's
that's-
just
isn't
like
Osborn's
she may be
campaign
as old
rally
as a
this afternoon?
fossil, but devil damn it,
Oh,
she's so
I
precious.
see what he's doing.
Yeah, it's sad to say that's literally the only version of Aunt May I know, like, very well enough.
I
But,
will
like, it's
say, like, I like Rosemary Harris. I'll
See you
say, as kind of divided as people are with the movies, I genuinely liked the actress that played her in the Mark Webb films.
I can see that. I also like the something. Now I do like the little like twist of having a younger, like almost like freaking like in her like early 30s, like
Yeah.
college mom, like Aunt May that we got so
Yeah,
far.
in the MCU, like, I think considering like Peter's age, it kind of makes sense because the thing is that like you want to pick an adult
Oh,
that.
looky,
How's
Oh,
Pidgey doing?
He's a little down today. Misses his cousins.
there's Dave Fennoy.
Hey, Dave!
Owners of my building rezoned for commercial.
You know, times have been tough
Yeah,
since that
moving
Bayonetta chick
to
stopped
get our
taking my
bags.
calls.
I'm so sorry.
Wait, Dave Fennoy played
Your
Ronan?
landlord's
Yeah,
got
he's Rodon.
When they kicked me out
Gosh
of my
dang it,
place,
make me believe in
set
Santa
all my
Claus.
birds.
and I do,
I believe.
Found me.
and I do know
I've been
that he
looking
also
everywhere for
voices
the rest
Lucius
of
Fox and a bunch of
It's not
Batman
bad
stuff,
leg
like
and
the
all.
Arkham games and
You know
then the
what?
Telltale series.
I get around.
And,
That's- yeah, that's
and
fair.
of course, he also
How
played
about I
the
keep
late
an eye
and
out
great Lee Everett in The Walking Dead.
Of course, he plays a sushi cowman.
Do that?
Oh, what?
Oh, wait, you're not talking about the one from
Please give me a call.
Gex.
Sushi striker.
Oh.
He told me that he plays the cow spirit in the Sushi Striker game.
Was that a cow? I thought it was like more like it's some weird for. But yeah, I think that is him. I almost forgot about that actually.
Giddy.
What does it say?
Speaking
Low
of
life?
fluffies.
I think it says low life on the right. No wait,
It's selfie.
selfie. Thank you. I cannot read her.
so selfie spot.
Oh look.
Congrats on the ceremony today.
I'll be glad when it's over.
Oh hey Jefferson
Truck
Davis.
full of armed demons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It does say selfie. Okay.
But I'm calling about something else.
What's up?
Just got a tip that the demons are moving on the Fisk construction site in Midtown.
Wow.
My wife would kill me if I ditched the ceremony prep to play cops and robbers, but I thought maybe my friendly neighborhood partner would want to know.
Understood. They'll
But yeah, I
swing
do
by and
like.
let you know
I don't
what's
know
going.
who. I don't know if
Hey,
it's actually her
tip on
drawing it or
public
if she's
speaking.
paying someone to do
Just
it. But the
picture
cute little
everyone in
like
their underwear.
comic doodles
Wait,
of
not
her and
Osborne.
Spidey
You know
are
what?
kind of
That's
funny.
gonna
I mean, if that is her drawing, then I'll give her kudos. That actually looks really good.
Another camera.
I could see it on.
Gotta
I
be
could see it on a
Black Cat.
birthday card. Okay, let's find that other black cat
Are
thing.
you jealous I'm visiting my other man?
Other.
Not really.
So, but you should know bad boys aren't my type.
Let's see. Oh, vibration, vibration, vibration. There.
Why are you doing this?
It's the.
I
yes,
have.
gonna
I,
catch you.
I'm sorry. It's like you
I
say
have to
vibration,
simulate it.
vibration. It's the camera. I swear.
I have to simulate it somehow because yes, it is
Another message
solely a controller thing.
Why is my PS4 controller purring like a cat?
The lead I'm following might not only get the
Ba-da-bum.
project back on its feet, but also expand it in ways we never could have imagined. Everything happens for a reason.
I'm sure this is gonna be fine.
Pulling our plug.
Sure.
Really hope this works out.
Let me see.
Doc's work.
I
is
guess-
But right now, I need a job.
I
All right,
guess- oh,
because
Yeah,
speaking of
Raimi
the whole
outfit.
Raimi trilogy, yeah, speaking of the Raimi trilogy, may as well go for it.
Raimi Spider-Man, which I mean, God,
Which
I
will
forgot
finally-
I forgot how shiny the web lines are.
web-
Yeah. All I know
liked
is that people will finally shut up about it not being in the game.
I just think it's such an iconic suit. Like this was
Oh,
his
I'm not
original
I'm not-
cinematic appearance.
I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just that was like whenever you see people talk about the game, like 7 times out of 10, there's always one person that's like, Raimi suit when?
How long did it take for the Raimi suit to come to the game?
I think
think
about
a couple-
maybe a year or two.
I
Damn.
think at least like a couple months, but it was free DLC and yeah.
Well, that's good at least. I mean, I'd assume with a game like this, there was going to at least be a support for about a year, so it was going to come eventually.
It's just I don't mind it. Like again, I thought it was a pretty decent design. I like the idea of the web design on the suit.
Oh
now,
no,
we,
like
now we just need a impact shot of him alongside the American flag.
The boss wants him dead.
I will like when I say that, like it's not a bash on the suit itself. Like I agree, I do love the suit. I was just making fun of the fact that people wouldn't shut up about it for the longest time.
I mean, hey, it is what
Fair
it
enough.
is. I mean, there's still people bitching today that the likes of Gino and whatever aren't in Smash yet, if ever.
Yeah, and and again, it is very sad to see that like Square Enix seems to be the developer that like over everybody else,
So-
Microsoft, like everyone else, that Square Enix seems to be the one that doesn't like playing along with others.
I mean, Yeah,
You know-
that's true.
you know
Well,
what,
I
like-
mean, it's weird too, considering the fact that, like, from what I've seen of when they announced the hero for Dragon Quest, that looks like they get put more love into that than whatever they did for Cloud.
Which is kind of funny
Oh, that
because
is
it's
true.
like that is amusing, and I know people would think like you think you would put more love in Cloud considering that second remake.
Fisk's territory is ours now.
Not today.
We gotta save Fisk's men, which is very ironic.
Donk.
Save Fisk's men from themselves.
Aha.
Bunt.
But yeah, basically we're gonna be helping out. Saving Fisk's men in order to figure
Saving
out
Whisk's men.
Saving Fisk. That wouldn't work very well if Kingpin started his own line of kitchen utensils called Fisk's Whisks. I don't think it quite rolls off the tongue as well.
Wilson,
Oh, there we go.
Okay. I'll be taking that phone call.
now install. Well, I guess my
Hey,
joke will
Willie.
come later.
FaceTime.
Oh, hey, Wilson Fisk.
Nice jumpsuit. Slimming.
Stay out of my business.
Wait, the demons. Who's their leader?
Keep my men alive and maybe I'll tell you.
And,
Alright.
and before I go, Spider-Man, try some of my Fisk patented Cool Whisk.
Cool. And then perhaps if you are feeling groovy, you can try some of my latest patented Fisk's vinyl discs.
Oh God. I just can't help but imagine, like, at some point or another, Kingpin literally has to go into the career of blues singing.
And you know what? It's like, and if your computer mouse is malfunctioning, try our patented Fisk click mouse.
Fisk click, nice.
Fisk. Oh my gosh, this gets out.
I promise it'll last more than a few months.
What else we have? Freaking
Better swing around the
Oh.
outside.
Man, this is the part of the joke where I take way too long to basically run through every letter in the alphabet to see what
Well,
else
you
I
know
can
what?
figure out.
And if you're having a hard time with that, I guess I can go back to like a variant of what I was saying. Like we talked about anime.
Oh my god, I got one.
What?
In stores now. Try my patented Fisk's chocolate kiss.
Now in the cereal aisle, Fisk
Wait for the
crisps.
police.
part of a balanced breakfast.
And it's just,
Great.
well, when we consider what probably to him is a balanced breakfast, it's just you just see the entire country of freaking.
Turn into Fisk.
And that's part of his balanced breakfast.
Oh my god.
It's just the
Perfectly
entire
balanced as all things should be.
Why had someone has had to have made a joke about that with Thanos. Like,
Oh, they
like a
probably
balanced
have.
breakfast. They had to.
I just haven't been bored enough to look it up.
Okay.
Huh, well, good. Oh, good for you, I guess. Okay.
Oh, right.
Enough with the jokes. We gotta go stop that helicopter.
Oh crap! They got psychic boots now.
Oh shit.
Dunk.
Feel with that weird
Hey,
energy.
big guy.
Are they as much of a bastard to take out as the typical Titan boots for Batman?
If I have 2 bars of energy, nope.
Oh, well, that's a relief.
Well, okay, so that's the trick. So when you see me doing these special combo moves, I need to use one of the full meters in the upper left below my health bar, and I build that up by dealing damage and using my gadgets. If I want to take out a big guy or someone with a specialized weapon, we'll see those later, I need 2 of those meters. Which again, since I'm on New Game Plus, I have like 3 of these meters. Sometimes you start off with only like 1.
Dunk.
Ah, that's
Whoop.
okay.
Got him. He's dead. No, he's.
You okay?
Dead-esque.
But
I mean,
anyway,
I'm sure even Spider-Man has his code of honor. Or does he? Well, actually, no way. Yeah, we talked about that because whenever, like you said yourself, whenever he knocks a mook off the roof, he
Your men are safe.
in a very subtle sense,
Who
he
runs the
webs.
Right, it's like you'll see. I don't think I ever showed off, but like if you were to watch somebody
I've missed these
fall down a building, suddenly like a device on their back that presumably Spider-Man put there would like latch at the wall and basically web them against the wall to keep them from falling any further.
Right.
well, you gotta appreciate that thorough thinking.
Oh,
I'm sure that killed him.
you probably did.
As far as there's no blood and guts spewing out.
Again?
We're rated T. No, I think this game's rated M, isn't it?
No,
No,
it's
it's
T.
It's T.
Okay.
I don't know how it.
honestly, I can't imagine Spider-Man getting away with an M rating.
I do know that, like, the James Cameron Spider-Man film was close to probably getting an R rating, because I know it had, like, a lot of more, like, adult things that the other films didn't have.
Wait, James Cameron Spider-Man movie?
It was back before the Sam Raimi film came out. There were, like, a bunch of different, like, developments for various Spider-Man movies.
So James Cameron actually submitted a script for it?
Yeah, and in the script, it was, like,
Wow.
the Sandman and Electro as the villains, but they were, like, completely rewritten. Like, Electro was actually, like, this smug...
Oh,
basically...
jeez.
I was about to say, like, Electro was basically rewritten to be basically Lex Luthor, but with electricity powers, and the Sandman was just, like, his dim-witted, superpowered henchman.
I guess it's kind of a good thing that never came to pass.
Yeah.
Also, if you're wondering with some of these QTEs, some of these QTEs can end up with me, like, either, failing the mission, some of them can end up with me taking damage. Other ones, really, all you do is if you complete... Other ones is if you just get the QT, all you do is you get a few more experience points.
Okay.
Just for flare points. Also, yeah, the demons are kind of now carrying that thing we tried to... Oh, jeez. The thing that we tried to anchor that helicopter with is now being carried around like a wrecking ball.
Oops.
Well, better stop him.
Oh, we just made this. We just gave
JJ some fuel to the fire.
Well, to be fair, we didn't mean to. Oop.
Oh, and Osborn's like, ah, my name.
My face. My face. I think that happened somewhere.
That helicopter is destroyed.
Oh my god. I know they changed it. I know they changed it to "Oh my car," but I still love how in the original it was just "Oh my god."
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my god.
Is it still bad that is still one of my funniest, like, favorite videos is the Wario getting into a huge car accident?
It's funny, but anyway,
oh god.
Oh boy.
Oh god damn it.
Shoot, can't lose him. But it's so bad because it's really, but the audio mixing is so good. Just, oh my god. And it just explosions.
Actually, just going back to, like, the idea of Osborn going... Oop.
God damn, it's forever.
I was about to say, like, the idea of, like, Osborn going, my God.
No.
The idea of Osborn, like, reacting like that with the billboard reminds me of this joke from Superman the Animated Series, the one that introduced Lobo. And there's a point where Lobo gets hit so hard he pretty much, like, goes through Luthor's building at first, and he's like, what the heck? Then there's another point where Lobo gets hit again, and he's like, Luthor's like, I want all of these renovations done. Lobo goes through that same hole and makes more wreckage.
Hi, is this the flight to Newark?
Stop.
Newark's all the way out, all the way out in the West Coast, dude.
Oh. Alright.
Like, holy shit, you are like, well far away from it. Unless there is a Newark in New York.
Yeah. So.
This is your master
Oh
plan.
jeez. So there we go. So our main strategy is to wait for him to attack, then dodge, and then, because then when we dodge, we can then stick the blade down, which then gives me enough time to rip out this freaking helicopter's engines.
Gotcha. Well, hope you have fun falling down.
We should have waited until we were closer to the ground.
Or the sea.
I guess this is
And now for the...
Oh, lordy.
You know what? I was about to say, but then I realized it was kind of a
365.
Aw, fair enough, James. Get it!
Oh, that was close.
And then just destroys some poor man's cabbage cart.
Aw.
My devil, damn it! My cabbages.
I still love that. Okay,
Yeah.
and we shoot him
Now,
off. Go.
screw it. Now the Twin Tower special.
And the trailer shot there.
Pretty
That's
much.
fine. That was that actually absolutely makes sense and nice. I think we're okay. Let's find out who this person was.
And now let's see who the criminal really is.
so awesome. Where do you get him?
Oh, it's just a random guy.
Oh wow, we should have knocked him out.
They have a website?
Woo!
Don't worry, I got you.
Hey Yuri, I caught the bad guys, but
what?
you might want to bring a ladder.
Oh boy. I think we messed things up.
Yo, Miles.
Miles.
Hey, fanboy.
Alrighty.
And there you go.
Miles, where are you? Says Dad.
Coming? Nah, I gotta get to City Hall for my dad's ceremony.
I mean, I guess we will say, if you've seen, if you see Spider-Verse, the relationship between Miles and his father in this game is much, there's a lot more understanding.
That's fair. So yeah, with that little establishing shot that I'm sure Matt and Gui are going to be mad at us for missing, stay tuned for the next part.
Bye!
Bye-bye.